Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time running. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 37. A good pickup there at 22. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Airing one out for Crowder. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Here's Jackson to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. And sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. Well, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a run with Mack. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to air one out. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And some space here. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Dominate him, boys. Dominate him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Colts nothing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Jamison Crowder. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score. Ravens 10, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup.
Prescott to throw it. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Now remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Second straight drive now here, Charles, and him ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They go play action now. Jackson. It's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 17, Colts nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but...
And Prescott has thrown an interception. Picked off at the 33. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice play.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tell you what, not every quarterback is going to stay in the pocket. They sense the pressure coming. He took a hit and make the throw and complete it for a score.
And a lot of times you see a quarterback take a hit like that, and now all he wants to do is protect the football. Just take the sack and not turn it over. But not in this case. Took the big shot and found his guy downfield.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Short yardage, Prescott, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. Analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 43-yard line.
First and 10, Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Red-handed. And pulled it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Pascal, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Makes the score Ravens 27. Colts 7. Rodrigo Blankenship to kick off for.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, you have to change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Jackson. Plays set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. As the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Colts 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Here's the kickoff for Baltimore.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. First down throw for Prescott. Finding Hilton on his slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Sliding out of the pocket. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
It's good.
And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further.
37.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. And he right Drills one incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And it's second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Airing one out for Crowder. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 40. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, Colts 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Inside the 15 before they drop it. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? From the red zone now, Prescott. His pass caught at the 4. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Zach Pascal with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Colts get a bit closer. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
The score, Ravens 44, Colts 14. Blankenship to kick off for Indianapolis.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
At the 23.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Another run here with Dobbins. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On first down, Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10.
Their own 42-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And shutting him off now open field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very...
Pressure gets to him again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Looking deep for Hilton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end that went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here, it's Hilton.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe. And now it's blocked. And now the Ravens get it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. And this crowd can't believe what they're seeing. Things go wrong even after a touchdown in this one. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. Today,
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.